Hello, this is Paul Humber, and I'm dealing with esteemed scientist long after Darwin unwittingly hit the nail square on the head, dismantling Darwin's theory. In his book, The Nature of the Physical World, published in New York, Macmillan, in 1929, Dr. Eddington, a believer in the nonsense of biological evolution, wrote on page 74, and this is very important, the law that entropy always increases. The second law of thermodynamics holds, I think, the supreme position among the laws of nature. If your theory is found to be against the second law of thermodynamics, that is, the law of entropy, I can give you no hope. There is nothing for it but to collapse in deepest humiliation. He had held an unparalleled level of esteem in the mid-20th century. As one of Britain's most renowned astronomers, he was celebrated internationally for providing the first empirical proof of Einstein's general theory of relativity. Biologists today would say that the entropy law holds true only for isolated systems, but that living organisms are not isolated systems, being open systems. What a bait and switch that is. How did living organisms ever get started in the first place, given as assumed the isolated system of the entire universe? How could DNA, for example, first form, violating the entropy law? Now get a load of this. Sir Arthur Eddington did not take any formal courses in biology. He was a pure mathematician and physicist. He began his higher education at Owens College, Manchester, studying physics, and then earned a scholarship to Trinity College, Cambridge, where he focused entirely on mathematics and astronomy. His coursework and academic career were heavily specialized in mathematical physics, celestial mechanics, and astrophysics, yet he held to the nonsense of evolution. On page 16 of this book, he wrote, "We have a certain preconceived ideas about location and space which have come down to us from ape-like ancestors." See also page 81 for that. My dad, you can see an arrow pointing to him at the right, Dr. Charles M. Humber, and he heard of Dr. Eddington, and in fact he even purchased the book that I was reading. And you can see below there that he attended Admit 1, and that's his initials in the upper left corner there. He heard Dr. Arthur Eddington there in April of 1934. He was a chemical engineer. He went on and did other things, but his first degree essentially was in chemical engineering. And he even taught, I think, in the Toronto University Chemical Engineering School. Notice how he underlined Dr. Eddington's words in red. Now, this is about the only place in the whole book where I saw my father underlining words, but notice it underlines the words that I previously quoted. The law that entropy always increases, the second law of thermodynamics, holds, I think, the supreme position among the laws of nature. If someone points out to you that your pet theory is of the universe and its own is in disagreement, and that, I cut it off there. In summary, though Dr. Eddington was held in high esteem as a scientist, he was not a biologist nor expert in biology, yet he had faith in man, embracing the evolutionary consensus of biologists and their promotion of Darwin's pathetic theory. He was bullseye, however, with respect to entropy, but succumbed to peer pressure relative to man's imagined origins. I encourage you to get my little booklet there displayed, and then, more importantly, embrace your Creator. He made your ear and can hear the prayer of your heart.